daughter.
That's who?
Not Cool Mo D, Cool Mo daughter.
That's the air up there, nigga. Look, nigga, let me tell you something. Don't make no more kids, nigga. That like you after a while. If you
Now, check out her face. She's looking at it. He over there laughing. I guess I can't wrap my mind around how a black man can actually do that to another black man, even when we disagree on political issues and stances. We may even disagree on how slavery and how we see each other and our perception of each other in society, because that's really what it's coming down to. You perceive yourself as being a victim of society. He perceives himself as being a victor in society. You say that his white supremacy, he doesn't care about white supremacy. It is not stopping and holding him down. And we still get to this place where these guys will go back, I mean, over perception, how they see themselves in society. You drag a guy's wife and daughter on because of that. Crazy.
don't know, ever brag on no what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years.
I guess I'm still trying to get back. Still trying to figure why. Like, why are you going there? Why?
You was a scam. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen. Get dude off the screen, man. That's who the
Foul. Just foul, bro. Just foul. Just foul. Just foul.
who mother that story sound like she wanted to sound. I got to town Tuesday. Did you get to town Tuesday? Or was you in Vegas with him? I don't know. She wanted to make herself known. Somebody else who's chasing attention.
I want to go ahead and address the whole Corey Holcomb situation. All right, the whole Corey Holcomb incident. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was told that I was going to go on the 5150 show. And I was excited. All right, I was excited about going on the 5150 show. Last Tuesday, I got on the plane to go from DC to LA. I got to the 5150 studios at about 8 p.m. Pacific time. I met Corey Holcomb. I was introduced to him. He shook my hand. Then about, I want to say 5 minutes before the actual show started, I was told, I can't go on the show. I said, okay, cool. Then I was told that I could sit on the set, but I have to sit off camera. I said, okay, cool. And that's where I sat for the entire duration of the show. Now, the show starts. And as you know, what happened, because it went viral. All right, so if you guys want to see all of that, you can go watch it. It's everywhere. All right. But with all that being said, as that's going on, when it becomes abundantly clear that it's time to go, myself and security go ahead and start to leave. When I get to the door, as I'm going out, I hear Corey Holcomb say, yeah, leave with your security and your bitch. And I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked. Because it's very unfortunate that I would be called the B word. Because I had such a positive outlook and a positive take on 5150 and Corey Holcomb. Last year here in DC, I literally went to a Corey Holcomb show. So when I found out I was going on 5150, I was like, oh, this is exciting because I just went to see a show. And now I'm having this experience. So it was very unfortunate. Not only that, I hear explain the bitch and this bitch on my show.
See, I don't care. Y'all can make Corey Holcomb or any of these guys who talk like that and deal with women like that. Y'all can pretend to make them seem like good people. They're not good people. Corey doesn't add value to anything in the culture. Corey adds humor, and he adds humor in culture. But a lot of times he's not funny. Most of the time he's not funny. I guess when I sit back and I think about this, I do really see the field Negro nigga that just has to go in the crates and create drama because he needs to be right. And even if somebody challenges him, they got to be as brash and rude and nasty and cuss just like he does. And I hate dealing with Negroes like that. I hate it. Dudes that are like that, I tend to just let them just be and just, they don't need to be in my circle. My life doesn't depend, and my success doesn't depend on that. And I would say people like that, regardless of whatever they put on, how they present themselves, you got to get away from those guys. And I don't know what Anton was thinking about going on that show, knowing that he was like that he gets dirty and he will get down dirty after the fact. Anton said what he had to say, which I thought was very, very like me and you, like we going back and forth. This is between me and you. I get personal. You got we already on a personal level. When we start saying statements like S mine or suck mine, listen, we're already there on that level. But man, to actually go after a dude's wife and his kids and the people that think that is morally okay.
I don't know who she is. Alluding to the fact that I'm just here and it's somebody's side chick. And I'm nobody's side chick.
So he goes on, and I guess I was looking for some level of context or something that he actually put. It's really just dirtbag conversation. It's really like,
I'm gonna put you on the show. That nigga ain't got no power up here. He ain't got nothing to do. The only power he had was to run his mouth. That's all he did. Run his mouth. When a man challenged him, he bagged down. So,
and that's the culture. If you challenge me and you get in my face, if I don't get physical and violent with you, then you a sucker. And some people who train to actually fight and use violence as an actual tool, I sit back and I wonder why people think it's cool to use violence as a standard or an actual tool when they don't realize what is actually for, to protect it really at its core. So now you become a punk because you don't want to turn around and get in that. But is it really Anton the punk, or is it really the dude that's talking about your kids? Because I'm like this. I looked at this and I said, damn, dude, does this mean anytime you get into a podcasting conversation or YouTube disagreement, people are going to pull up your kids and pull up your... If you identify these people ahead of time, and I truly believe that when you get in business with some people, God always sends signs and speaks to you, and your spirit always tends to like ding, 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 ding. I knew when Anton went on the show, it was more for showing up on the show. And it's great for eyes, for views, for his audience, of course. But is it really worth it sometimes? You tell me what you think. Leave a comment. You tell me if it's really worth it. If it's really worth it.
if you want to be on the show, because I heard you say, I went to Corey Holcomb show out in D.C. and he was funny and all that shit. Earn it. Me.
See, the jester, the coat jester. So Corey goes further, and I'm going to stop it right here. I'm not even going to say anything else about the next portion, which he starts talking about his wife and getting into all of that, because it's clear right now, and we see it, that we will always have people in the culture that will gravitate towards the most negative and lamest things and people. I think it's just necessary for them to go through the phase and then come out. Because we all listen to some people, and then after a while, we got finished listening to them, and after some time listening, we're like, well, this is a bunch of BS. I know I have. I've listened to podcasters and I've been in that place. YouTubers, I'm like, they were good at the beginning. A month later, But for that negative mindset to actually circulate in the community, for people to still be about that lame hoe, we got to have people like Corey Holcomb, because you got to have that going on. Does Anton say things about people? Yeah, Anton does. Anton does run his mouth, and that's the thing. When you run your mouth or you're a talker and you speak and you say those things, it's better for it to be true than for you just to come off the side of your lip. The difference between these two guys going back and forth is one actually stood up there and went point by point why they believe what they believe and spoke the truth. And then you have one right now that's responding from a place of his panties are too tight. And a lot of it, I think, with Corey is that when you get hit by somebody that supposedly is supposed to be a lower belt than you or weight class than you, and then you get a bunch of people, YouTubers like me, jumping online and we're talking about it. I'm sure he's going through a lot of situations where he had to keep his head up, but it becomes different now. Because it becomes different. I'm curious to see if Anton's even going to respond back to him. I don't think Anton's going to not. I think Anton is going to respond to him. I think it's just going to happen, but it's going to happen at a different pace. And he's not going to let him run the fight or the disagreement. Man, I'm open for your comments. You let me know. Tell me what you think. Tell me if this is. Tell me what you think about this.